So time to start strapping her in. As I said with this one, it's all kind of where I need it, when I need it. Gonna hold everything nice and tightly where it should be. We've got various straps to secure the frame in place, in position. The back end here, we've got even more further straps to keep it nice and secure. One little consideration is obviously changing air pressures as you're flying at 35,000 feet plus. You're going to take a little bit of air out of the shock and the forks and the tyres. Just going to leave quite a fair amount in the tyres. I'm a fan of leaving a bit of air in there because it gives the wheel more strength. It kind of protects it with those big wide tyres, kind of protecting my rim a bit more. Again, if I'm at all concerned and I'm using a box or a softer bag, I might well take my brake discs off as well, stop them getting bent, but I'm confident that this bag is going to offer the protection I need, so discs are staying on for this journey. And a little leave the other wheel till I close her up. In the meantime, there's plenty of space in that bag for some other bits and pieces, and she's well below the weight limit, so we're going to load her up with some other gubbins, leaving me with one little bit of hand luggage as my only piece of kit to take with me. Having got my bag packed and ready, I've got to think about my personal kit. Now it's really easy to get very complacent about the environment you're riding in and the geography of what you're riding in the UK particularly. It's pretty safe, it's pretty, because you ride at the same place maybe week in, week out, you get a little bit complacent about what kit you take with you, you know your access points, you know your way off the hill if there is a problem, and you're probably surrounded by friends you can call if you get into a whole world of trouble. We're going to the Alps, or mountain ranges anywhere around the world. You're in a much more hostile, potentially hostile environment. The sun might be shining in the morning at the base camp, down in the village. That doesn't mean up top, even in June, it's not going to be freezing cold and howling winds. So, my day pack goes up a size. I've got a 25 litre bag in here. Now that might be a little bit more bulky, but I can carry everything I need. I can carry my first aid kit, which is probably going to be pumped up with a few extra bits and pieces from my standard little one. I'm going to make sure I've got a spare base layer. I'm going to take a waterproof no matter what it's doing in the morning. And we can start to think about other forms of protection. I'm not a huge fan, and because of the style of riding I do, don't really pad up massively, but lots of rocks around, some bigger features, bigger terrain. Feel free, if it makes you more confident, sort yourself out some hard pads, knee and shin, maybe some elbows, and if you're doing a full day of gravity downhill type stuff, you're definitely going to be wearing a full face as opposed to a normal helmet. We're riding a lot of single track backcountry, single track where we're going, so I'm just going to stick with my standard kind of all mountain lid. Okay. Backpack's also going to contain a small amount of tools, but as I've got a little bit of weight allowance as well, I'm going to take a couple of my extra tools, my workshop tools, in case there's any little bits and pieces we need to do. Nothing too much. I'm going to take my tuning fork for my brake discs, my straightening fork, because they can get bent out of shape quite easily. I'm going to take my pedal spanner, because that's nice and easy to use compared to faffing around with Allen keys. And obviously I'm going to pack in there my day kit, which will include multi-tool, chain breaker, pump, the tubes, replacement inner tubes, and I'm also going to take a small sidewall protector, so if I do get a split in my sidewall I can slide that inside and protect the inner tube from popping through once I reinflate the tyre. At the risk of stating the obvious, I'm going to make sure my name and address are in on the bike bag somewhere. These can all be padlocks. I'm a trusting type of guy, so I'm not going to put those padlocks on just yet. But with all my kit bolted around the bag, protecting the frame even further, making sure I'm below my weight limit, we're good to go and ready to roll. And with the wheels on the back, I'm quite literally ready to roll.